Hey everyone, Kamikaze here, and today we're gonna go through the solo duo base. I just want to wish everyone a happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and we're gonna get into this base build here. We're gonna do a quick tour for this solo duo base build for 2020. It's named the Trickster. I would like to thank Budsatawny and Twisted for the floating TC trick, which we will be using for this base here. Their YouTube channels are down below in the description, and cost and upkeep for this base is also in the description below. So yeah, we'll just do a quick tour here, and we'll go from there. So from here, just enter over here, furnace room here. Everything is optional to you. You can put whatever you want wherever you want. I'm gonna just be going through the layout. I'm not going to be going through placing the items down just to keep the video short here. But you will see how I have it set up myself. So we have 3 shotgun traps. You don't have to add that. This roof here, it's a roof airlock behind there, but it'll also help you jump up. Obviously, if you didn't have this shotgun trap here, it's obviously easier to jump up here. 2 depot boxes if you ever need to run out. 3 extra furnaces here, or you can add another big box if you wanted. These can also be accessed from down here, right? Just so if you want to dump stuff, if you're still looting people outside, just 2 depot boxes there. Come in here, you're met with 2 shotgun traps off to the side here. This is armored, even though this is a metal door, just so people can't get in. There is a glitch with the server airlock, where if I have a teammate and I was to go to sleep right over here, and my teammate standing on top of me, and he wakes up, he can spawn inside. So there is a glitch for that. So this is armored where they have to go through unless they use that glitch, or maybe put an armored door to make it stronger. For people that are solos, if you're playing on a solo server, then you shouldn't have that problem. But yeah, so if they do have a duo, then you might want to put an armored door just if you want to keep your base a bit more secure there. When you open it up, secure airlock, roof airlock trick here. Then we're met with a garage door and a chariot ladder trick here. We have 2 shotgun traps right over here. 4 big boxes. You can also add stuff here. Like I said, whatever you like. You can put a research table here if you wanted. We mount, just a simple click. Mount, simple click. I like the easiest way to do this is to place them on the actual wall that they need to break through, and place a chair and the ladder right across from each other. That's all you need to do, so you're not cutting sideways and it's not glitchy. So you just need to do it dead on, and then it should work every time. And at the end of the day, you pick up the chairs so raiders can't do what I just did. They'll have to actually go through the armored wall here. This is the best way I like to do the chair and ladder trick. Like, I know there's different ones with the floor frames and all that. I like this the best, in my opinion. We open the garage door here, and we're met with 4 boxes for additional loot, 1 shotgun trap, 2 shotgun traps, and then that's TC, but that's not the real TC. That's a dummy TC. Alright, it's not that easy. That's the dummy TC. So we're gonna remove this here. This one, actually. Remove that. And then we have a small box as well. So we got the shotgun drop, and then we got a small box in case you want to store anything else down there. So instead of removing it, obviously you'll be picking it up. You don't have to lock these. I would lock TC though. because if you don't lock TC, whether it's a code lock or a solo lock, and they open it, they're gonna see that this is a dummy, right? So there's nothing in here, which is a floating TC trick that I will be showing you during the build. And then we're gonna remove this. So this is all armored. Obviously it's all inside, right? So raiders are gonna think this is the last thing, right? They break the TC, they're like, okay, I got your base. But before we move on, we're gonna fly out here, and I only put one, but I want you to put these all around your base's external TCs. So I got one here. I don't need to do it. It's just you want to do it for this. I just didn't want to do it for this base build, or for this video, because you guys get the idea. It's basically placing a TC here, here, all around, as close to the base as possible. So when they do destroy the dummy TC, they think the only thing that's blocking them is the external TCs, but that won't be the idea there. So they destroy that, but they think now that the external TCs are holding them back. So from here, that's not it. We go here, and then we open that barbecue, right? So you have some access here. Just so you know, this armored wall is a pain in the ass to get the barbecue through. I might have a problem with it during the build too. Like it takes a long time. Through a metal one, if the metal inside is facing you like this, and I had a metal one here, it would be easy. But the armored ones are pretty tough to. It's still a bit of a challenge, but the armored ones are a pain in the ass. So from here, we go through here. That's the barbecue. That's a sleeping bag. If you're doing this for a duo, you might want to put like 2 small boxes instead of this large box, and then place another sleeping bag. You can work it out however you like. And this is the main TC here, right over here. So it's all walled off. The only A is the barbecue, and then the large box will be here, right? So where we placed it before, I'll just place it like that, temporary. It'll be here, and then we have another large box here blocking the small wooden storage box there. Obviously they're gonna eventually break them, or yeah, they're gonna break them just to see the TC loot. And I would still leave maybe like, let's say 2k wood or 2k stone, just some resources, but your main resources should go in here, and these boxes here for like gunpowder, special guns, etc. You know the deal. Yeah, so obviously you're gonna be picking these up often. Maybe not the small storage box, but the bottom right one here. Or maybe you can do it at the end of the day if you wanted, to transfer all your stuff all at once. Your call. Depending on how much of a threat you are to others. Yeah, so that's all walled off, and the rest of the base, why it's so big, is honeycombing. So if we go into the TC room here, the real TC room, right over here, I made 3 triangles because I wanted, if you look at it from above, when you're raiding this, people usually look for square foundations. Like if you were to go up on this roof, I guarantee you the majority of you will be going through here, right in the middle. They're gonna think this is an airlock, this is honeycomb, right? They're gonna go like through the middle here, this area here. I'm pretty, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they're gonna think that's a honeycomb, and then that's a honeycomb, right? And then that will lead to the loot, but not the main loot, and not the main TC either. And not only that, they still have to go through some honeycomb. So the honeycomb here, we go through the TC room, we go up, and I added these half walls here for the metal. If you can see in the middle here, I added these half walls so it can prevent them from splash damaging. So if they shoot a rocket here, it'll prevent it from hitting this one as well. And if they decide to hit the square floor here, the armored floor, they might go to the dummy TC in the loot, and they would be all happy that they got the loot TC, but they would be disappointed that they didn't hit this one, for example. And I put garage doors here, so if they do break into one, they still need to break through the garage doors, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. So just a bunch of honeycombing. Here, if they go through, they get dummy TC, but that's what, 8 rockets here and another 12, I think. That's 20 rocket. 20 rocket raid just for like a straight on dummy one. So so yeah, that's pretty much it. We can get into the build. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below. And yeah, let's get into it. So we're just gonna start with actually, we're gonna start with the floating TC trick. So you're gonna see this on Budsatawny's channel here. That's where I got it from. And like I said, his and Twisted's YouTube channel are in the YouTube description below. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do a square foundation. If you want more details about this, you can always go to Budsatawny's channel. He has the exact way of doing it. So I'm just gonna go through it real quick, and then you'll need a floor grill before you make this base. So for this here, we wanna put a wall here and a wall here eventually. So this is your dummy TC. So you don't want it too close to the floor frame. So what I do is I move it slightly out like that, and that should give me enough to do it. So from here, as Budsatawny says, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 foundations. I just put an extra one just in case. You go back here, and then you can break the floor frame. So you would have an AK or a hatchet, whatever. You can't pick up the floor grills. You'll break the floor frame here. Then you'll break this floor. Break this one. And then just break all of these. We don't need them. That's it. And then if you go back here, we just made a dummy TC. No resources whatsoever. And from here, we're gonna armor this up. So we put it pretty good, I would say, right? Maybe this could have been a bit closer, maybe. Nah, it's pretty good, I would say. I don't want to put this just yet. I just want to see how close it was. So there's only going to be a wood storage box here anyway. And then the large boxes and the salvage shelves. So from here we're going to do our simple 2x2. Metal all this because our foundations are pretty high, right? So they can just go through the foundations. There. And then we're going to make the 3 triangles. And then we're gonna armor all this up. Oops. And for this one, if you stone it, this is what I found out. If you stone it, it'll stick through like this. I would metal it. And 1, it's your important loot, and 2, it's tough to see when it's metal, right? If anything at all. You would want to metal that up. So if they are going through the walls and they see stone sticking out, they're gonna go for that. They're gonna know there's a wall frame there. They're gonna know there's a garage door there. So just keep that in mind. And you do want it at least metal. Yeah. So for this one, this is a tough part here. So if this doesn't work right away, I'm just gonna move on. But this is the idea. It will work with a metal wall easily. Let's see if we can get this on the first try. So you want to put it pretty close to that line. Let's see. Is it gonna... Okay. Might work. So this one here, it's pretty damn easy with a armored or metal. With armored... Oh, we got it on the first try. Awesome. So it's not too bad maybe after all that practice. But yeah, so that's your barbecue there. Not too bad at all. Just needs practice, like everything else. So. And then from here, armored. So that's completely armored now. I just stone this up. It's not a big deal. And then just like that. Yeah, just so we can start demolishing things, what we're gonna do is, obviously before you do the barbecue thing, you want to put a sleeping bag, even if it's just temporary. You want to put a sleeping bag, and you want to make sure TC's up so you can start demolishing, because that's a fake TC, right? It's a dummy TC. So the way I incorporated this floating TC trick, I'm incorporating it as a dummy TC in this base design here. Nothing else. It's not like a multi-TC thing. I don't think this takes over anything, in all honesty. It does, however, act like there is a TC. It's just a dummy, right? So there's completely nothing in here. And that's what I'm using that trick for right now. So we add a sleeping bag, we add that. You can add your boxes here. But these are key. These are the essential key items. Tool cupboard, sleeping bag, and barbecue. You'll put your salvage shelf here. Just like that. You want to see, now I can start demolishing. So I'm not going to place any items down, just to save the time on this video. I don't want it too long. And at the same time, I want you guys to know how to build this. I do think it's a pretty good base design. So, and then from here, this is where you'll want to put your main. So if you're a duo, just like that. Obviously, there's different ways of doing this. Instead of flying through, but I'm just doing it the fast way. So it should work now. Okay, so we mount, yeah, climb through, mount, climb through, easiest way possible, just straight ahead. So from here, so now we have a 2x2 here and 3 triangles there, and we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 because you can't add this foundation here after the roof is on. So we're adding it now. And now from here we're gonna just metal it up. Let's, oh, not here. It's gonna be your loot room here. Your first loot room. Where the shotgun traps, boxes. We're gonna add 2. I like to put metal shop fronts. I think this base is pretty strong for its upkeep and for the solo duo. I think it's doable, and as well as I highly doubt it's going to be rated on a solo or duo server with how strong it is. Like, I think the cheapest way to get to the dummy TC, the cheapest way to get to the WTC is 20 rockets. So, yeah. If you guys are trying to build this on what am I doing? Yeah, that's fine. If you guys are trying to build this on a building server and you have questions, don't hesitate to ask. Because some things you need to place before others. So you can't place this garage door down, for example, until you put the 2 boxes up there, because then it's gonna say not deployable on door. So if you do run into something and you need help with it, if I don't know the answer to it, I'll hop on a building server and I'll figure it out for you. But you shouldn't have any issues if you do follow this tutorial here, this building tutorial. So from here, I'm gonna add that. Just do, like, you can make this metal if you wanted, right? But I still think it's affordable to the way we're doing it now. So we can put the roof, some of that. If you wanted an armored door, right, you can metal this. I just want a metal door, just so I can get pushed out. That's the only reason. Because by the time they're in here, they've used a lot of explosives anyway, so I could care less if they're just gonna go through a metal door. So. There we go. So this is what it should look like. Show you the outside. So this is the entrance here, right? That's where the honeycombing is going to be on the outside here, and we should be able to place all these out here, all the honeycomb. This is the one right here you can't place if there's a roof already in there, but we added it before we placed the roof. So that's everything here. Your TC's in the back here, your locked off TC, right? And then this is just your depot boxes and your furnaces. You can add garage doors right over here, another loot room here with a small storage box, right? You can always go back to the beginning of the video and see what I placed where, if you wanted to do it that way. I didn't add a research table, but you can place that wherever you like. So just don't forget, you'll want, as soon as you honeycomb the base, which we'll do in a bit, add these external TCs right after. After you honeycomb the base, we're adding all these external TCs. I won't do that either on this video, but you guys should. If you don't know how to add external TCs, let me know, and I'll help you out with that. But the majority of you that are watching this should know how to make external TCs by now. If you're a beginner, I don't have a problem showing you how. I can make a video for that if needed. Okay, and the first layer we're gonna do is we won't need this. The first layer we're going to do is metal, the inside core here. So we're going to metal all this. To be honest, as long as you can start off with a 2x2 if you want this to be a starter server as well. You can start off as a 2x2 and then start wooden spearing stone before you upgrade, obviously. Just a 2x2 roof airlock, right? And maybe the 3 triangles, because you'll need a dummy. I would just do it right off the bat, in all honesty. Like armor, just have everything ready to go before you make this base, because you do need, if you're gonna build it the same way, then you do need a couple things like chairs, ladders, etc. So, and right now I'm just putting these, just because it does not affect the decay if they're backwards or whatever. So, obviously you want this from the inside and this from the outside in case you were rating it, right? So just gotta make sure they're flipped in the right direction when you're actually building it. But just so you can get the idea, just a bunch of honeycomb. Alright, and then we are going to put the walls up. And then to prevent the splash damage we mentioned before, we're gonna add these half walls here. And then we're gonna add some more right in the middle. I would recommend doing this. Don't cheap out on this part here, because this is... Oh, did I just armor it? No, I'm good. Yeah, I wouldn't cheap out on this part at all. This will save your splash damage, forcing them to use C4s. Okay, so just like that, and then the rest can be... It'll be metal as well, but no need to put half walls in between there. If you put an armored door, obviously it'll cost you more hack wall. Then if you were to put a metal door, it might change your upkeep a bit here and there, but hey, it's whatever you can afford, right? Some people like to make it a bit stronger, some people think it's just too powerful as it is, and they might want to save some high qual or whatever it may be, right? So everyone's different, everyone has different play styles, so you do you. And yeah. And we're just gonna stone up the top. Like here you can also metal it if you wanted. I just thought the metal was getting too expensive because I needed to save some for syringes, you know, and for guns, etc. So metal is a key factor in this game. But yeah, this is after the honeycombs added. Looks just like the other one without the furnaces and items, right? So just here. Oh, did I just metal this? Oh, I metaled this by accident. Great. Okay, yeah, just like that. Looks exactly the same. That's the Trickster for you. And like I said before, don't forget your external TCs, put them around the base, right? Now that you determined how far away you should be. So I'm gonna keep going out until it stops saying building decaying and building privilege. Right? So around here, I'll place one here. Nope, that's too close. Maybe here. So I'm able to place one here, right? So all you do is, I'm just gonna show you one, and then it'll be a repetitive for the other ones. So you're just going to metal it or stone, whatever you want. And let's say if it's a weekly wipe, you want to put, let's say I just want to do it stone. Some of you might want to metal the whole thing. If it's a weekly wipe, I just gotta make sure that I put enough stone in there for 1 week. So that's 12 days, I'm covered. I might be able to take some back. If there's like 4 days left or whatever, then, or 6 days left, whatever it may be, you just put the amount that you want in there. Try not to spend too much time on this, because if someone does kill you, they can take over your TC, right? And you wouldn't want that. This goes for anything, not just this base. So now I put a TC here. So now if this goes away, the building decaying, this TC kicks in, and then they're going to think that the external TCs are kicking in when they take out the dummy TC, but it's really the main TC that's kicking in. And it's roughly around the same, 67 high qual. I think it was 62 on my end before. It's cheaper on metal frags, and it's similar, maybe 4 stone less. So I think it's because I didn't add some stuff here and there. Like I didn't add wall frames here, right? That'll kind of change it, right? So just whatever you want. You can stone some, you can metal some, but that's roughly what your upkeep's gonna be at. Hope you enjoyed this video. That was the Trickster. And yeah, I was very happy with this base design. Hopefully you are too. Give me some feedback at the comment section below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Cheers.